Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, choose the graph that solves the following system of linear equations. 2x plus 2y equals 6, x minus y equals 7. So we're going to be looking for the what? The solution, right? Because it says choose the graph that solves. So that's basically what we're looking for. We're looking for the solution. Now, what do I know about a solution when I have my linear equations graph? Well, the solution is the point where these two lines intersect. So that means that this point will be considered the solution for this letter A. And if we can find the coordinates, that will be positive 2 and positive 2. So this will be the solution. Okay? So for letter B, the solution is right here. And if you look at the numbers, that will be positive 5 and negative 2. And I'm going to write it down here, okay? How about letter C? That will be negative 6 and positive 4, right? Okay, and it's right there. What about letter D? That's the last one, right? So this solution is right here, okay? And that would be negative 2, and that's also a negative, right? Negative 5, okay? So how is that going to help me? Well, remember that they're already giving us the equations, right? So one of the things we can do, and of course there's different ways to do it, but I think this is one of the easiest way to do it. It's you're going to write down the equation that are given to you, okay? And you're going to replace, but remember, you need to do both at the same time, okay? So I'm going to write down x minus y equals 7 right here, okay? So I'm going to choose, for example, letter A. And I'm going to replace my x and my y value and see if I get a 6 as an answer. If I get a 6 as an answer, then I'll try it on x minus y equals 7. Because remember, the solution means that that point, right, belongs to both of my equations, okay? So let's start. So I'm going to have 2 parentheses, and the x has a 2 value, and the y also has a 2 as a value, right? So I'm still going to write down the equal sign. It's not until the end when I either decide that they're equal or not. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is another 4. And 4 plus 4 is 8. Is 8 the same as the 6? No, it's not, right? Then I'm not even going to try for the next one because remember, in order for this to be the solution, it needs to work on both equations. So letter A doesn't work, okay? And this was A. Let's do the next one. How about B? We're going to do the same thing, right? I'm going to replace x, but now I'm going to have the points, and I'm going to write down the point over here. It's 5 and negative 2. This is x, and that's y, okay? On letter A, I'm going to write it over here. It was 2 and 2, okay? So let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to replace then 2 parentheses, and the x value is 5, plus 2 and parentheses equals 6. So I'm using the same equations, right? You cannot change the equations. And what's the value for the y? It's a negative 2. So you multiply. What's 2 times 5? 10, right? What's 2 times a negative 2? It's a negative 4, right? So I can say plus negative 4, or I can just say minus 4, right? It's the same. And that will give me 10 minus 4 is 6. Did I get the same answer? Yes, so it works for that one. Now, that doesn't mean that that's my answer, right? I need to now work it out with x minus y equals 7. So my x value is 5 minus the y value, it's negative 2. Is that right? So I'm trying to see if I get a 7 as an answer. Remember, 5 minus a negative 2 is like saying 5 plus a 2, because keep change opposite. So what do I get? What's 5 plus 2? Isn't that 7? So it gives me a 7, right, on both sides. So that means that that one works. Therefore, it looks like B should be the answer so far, right? But you know what? we'll give it a try and do letter C, just so that we can prove that B is the only answer. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to replace the values for C, which is X, it's a -6, right? Plus 2 times the Y value, which is a +4. And I want to see if I get a 6 as an answer. So 2 times -6 is a -12. And 2 times 4, it's 8, right? And -12 plus an 8, what is it? It's a negative, right? -4. Did I get a +6 like I expected? No. So this doesn't work, right? So I don't want to try the second equation because it's not needed. And the last one is going to be my answer choice D. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. 2 parentheses, my X value is -2, right? Plus 2 times the Y value, which is a -5. And I want to know if I get a 6 as an answer. So 2 times -2 is -4, right? And 2 times a -5 is a -10. So either I can write down plus a -10 or just -10, right? It's the same. And this will give me what? Think about keep, change, and opposite. So this gives me a -14. And no, I did not get the +6 that I want, so cross it out. Okay, so far the only thing that I got an answer was B. Now, could it be possible that you find two answers that are going to be true for you? It could be, right? So if that's the case, that you find two that give you exactly the same answer on the right and on the left, then you might need to actually solve for Y on each one of the equations and actually graph them from there, which it's another choice that you guys could have done. Okay, so the answer for us, it will be answer choice B.